What is up, you guys? My name is Tooties.
I'm Will. What's going on, y'all?
All right, y'all.
Oh, shit.
You know, whew. Sorry, it's taking me a moment to find the words because I'm tired of getting built up to get let the hell down. You know what I'm saying? And I trust in James Gunn, we trust, but how much can we trust DC?
Look, okay. I like James Gunn. I like DC. I like the characters of DC.
Definitely.
But I don't know. I don't know how much control they're giving him. If they're giving him full control, let's go. Like, I'm looking at the chapter. I mean, the title of this announcement that he's doing is called Chapter 1, Gods and Monsters. So that lets me know that he at least has a plan of what he wants to do. I already like that.
He's outlined it. An outline always shows that that person either know how to take good notes or they know what they're doing.
I like that. Like he seems to have a plan. But even before all of this, you got the Henry Cavill situation. You got some of the past movies. Allegedly, they're not going to be canon for what he has going on. So
got rid of Gal Gadot, the
Batman,
even
Shazam,
Black Adam.
Yeah, Black Adam. You know, we don't know. We don't really know what's going on. So I don't know if this is a reboot. Quite sure he's going to explain all of that. But we're watching James Gunn's DC announcement of, what's going to be coming in the future. I don't really have my hopes ain't up too high. I want to be proven wrong, but,
I'm interested. I'm always going to see what DC is trying to do because it's more than fair. They have all of the cool superheroes that everybody knows. So I'm always open to hear what they're talking about or what they're trying to do. I'm not trying to just be a Marvel junkie, but they make it very hard not to be.
They do.
I hope it was a joke that Gal Gadot is gone because that was perfect Wonder Woman, no matter how much people talked about, her when she first got signed.
Superman too, so.
And I'm just like, why did we even need to see that end credit scene in Black Adam with him meeting up with Superman just for you to a month later tell us no? So we'll see.
We'll see. But without further ado, we'll get into what James Gunn has to say, and we'll give our reaction afterwards. Here we go.
James Gunn. I'm the co-CEO of DC Studios. So as many of you know, DC has been disconnected in film and television for a long time. It's one of, our jobs, mine and Peter's, is to come in and make sure the DCU is connected in film, television, gaming, and animation. That the characters are consistent, played by the same actors, and it works within one story.
Okay.
And if something is outside of that, like Matt Reeves' Batman or Todd Phillips' Joker or Teen Titans Go, that it is clearly labeled as DC Elseworlds, outside of the mainstream DCU continuity. Now, Peter and I have gotten pretty lucky in terms of the 4 projects that are coming out over the next year. First, we have Shazam, Fury of the Gods. Shazam has always been off kind of in his own part of the DCU, so he connects very well. That moves directly into The Flash, a fantastic movie that I really love. That resets the entire DC universe. And then to move into Blue Beetle, a fantastic film about a kid who's a marvelous part of the DCU, and then into Aquaman 2, which leads directly into our next few projects, which I'm going to tell you about now. So, Peter and I, along with a group of very talented writers, have started to map out an 8 to 10 year plan of what DC Studios will be in film, television, and gaming. This first chapter is called Gods and Monsters. Now, what I'm about to tell you is a part of the first chapter. It's not the entire first chapter.
A phase.
The first project is Creature Commandos. Creature Commandos is an animated series. I've written all the episodes. Something we're going to do that's a little bit different at DC is we're going to have characters move into animation, out of animation, usually having the same actor play their voice as who plays them in live action. The next project up is Waller. This is a story of Amanda Waller, played by Viola Davis. Viola Davis is going to team up with members of Team Peacemaker, and this is a story that's been created by Crystal Henry, who did Watchmen, and Jeremy Carver, who created the Doom Patrol. It is a fantastic story that's out of this world, and I can't wait for people to see it. Okay, next up is a big one, the true beginning of the DCU. This is called Superman Legacy. This is being written by me. I'm in the middle of it. I'm having a great time doing it. And Superman will be released into theaters July 11th, 2025. Okay, the next thing is a big premiere HBO television series called Lanterns. This is a story of a couple of Green Lanterns, John Stewart and Hal Jordan, and we have a few other Lanterns peppered in there, but this is really a terrestrial-based TV show, which is almost like True Detective with a couple of Green Lanterns who are space cops watching over Precinct Earth. In it, they discover a terrifying mystery that ties into our larger story of the DCU. Next is a big movie called The Authority. The Authority is a passion project of mine. It's based on the marvelous Wildstorm characters we are now bringing into the DCU and will interact with all of our primary DCU characters. The Authority are a group of superheroes who think the world is broken and they want to fix it by any means necessary. I think it's a very different look at superheroes. We're doing a television series called Paradise Lost. Paradise Lost is the story of Paradise Island, usually known as Themyscira, which is the birthplace of Wonder Woman. It's almost like Game of Thrones with Westeros, but with all of the inhabitants of Paradise Island. The introduction of the DCU's Batman is The Brave and the Bold. The Brave and the Bold is the story of Batman and his actual son, Damian Wayne. This is based on Grant Morrison's great comic book run. Damian Wayne is my favorite Robin. He's a little assassin who Batman tries to get in line. And so this is the story of the two of them and the beginning of sort of the Bat family in the DCU. Next up is a TV series called Booster Gold. Booster Gold is one of comics' really popular cult heroes. He is a fascinating guy. He's a loser from the future who uses future technology to come back to present day and become a superhero so that people will love him. It is basically the superhero story of imposter syndrome on an HBO Max series. One of my favorite comic book series from last year was Tom King's run on Supergirl, Woman of Tomorrow. And so we're going to turn that into a big science fiction epic film. Now, Superman is a guy who was sent to Earth and raised by loving parents. Whereas Supergirl in this story, she is a character who was raised on a chunk of Krypton. She watched everybody around her perish in some terrible way. So she's a much more jaded character. And that brings me to Swamp Thing, the last thing we're going to talk about. A very dark horror story in the origins of the monster who is Swamp Thing. And although it's totally outside of the rest of the DCU, it will still feed into the rest of the stories. Anyway, those are the stories that I can tell you about right now. I've loved the DC characters since I was a child. They're incredibly important to me. I knew that this was a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity to do something very different. One of the things that's very important for me in all of these movies and TV series is that the director's vision and the vision of the writers and all of the creators is unique and something special. Storytelling is always king. That's all that matters to us. And I want to be true to those stories. I want to be true to you guys and really give you something different than you've ever seen before. Anyway, thank you, everybody. I appreciate you watching. I hope this was exciting for you because it's really exciting for me. And I can't wait to start to dive into these stories with you guys on this grand adventure. Thank you so much.
All right. I mean, it's a start. It's a start, man. I mean, hey, I like the Superman one. I'm the casting on that's gonna be huge. You know, I don't know what the deal was with him and Henry. They sat down. They couldn't come to an agreement. He said it will be another Superman. He has a plan.
Yeah.
He's got a plan. I can give him that.
I'm looking how I'm looking because they know how to get you. They know how to pull you in and just get excited on the inside. Like every time he says, I'm like, oh, and I'm like, oh. Because you might not. What's the contract? Where is the contract? This man said 8 to 10 years. I need to see that is solid. Every writer, every actor you have in this guaranteed. I need to see that because every time they get good, because Lanterns,
I'm
ready to see that.
They said with the True Detectives, that shit sounds.
I am ready
sounds amazing.
to see that.
Amazing. The show,
The Authority,
that one, and then the one with the ladies from Wonder Woman, not Wonder Woman.
One Paradise Island.
That one sounds amazing.
Amanda Waller show, like he just kept hitting me, and I'm just like, ooh, and I'm just like, I was loving his enthusiasm. Like, I love when somebody is excited about what they're creating. And then he said he's in the middle of writing the Superman movie. So he's like pumped.
He's locked in.
He's like locked in. And the fact that he stopped to take time to do this lets me know, like, normally when you're creating, you don't want to be disturbed. Yep. You're in the zone. He already got it. Yeah. He knows what he's doing.
And it's James Gunn, man. He did a great job when he was at Marvel. It looks like he took some of the, traits or lessons from Marvel over here with, building it in phases and building it in chapters, as he called it.
Yeah, because you kind of have to at this point.
I love the idea to where he said that they're going to go from animation to live action with the same actor. That shit is fire. Like, I really like that aspect.
That part, and he started with it.
Yeah. That shit is
I was all in with it because Last of Us slightly is the only thing that I've seen recently that's done that. Like the voice actress that's done not the cartoon, the video game.
Marvel kind of did it with What If a little bit. Some of the actors were kind of
then it's like some of those actors were already dead in the main movie parts and. Yeah, I mean, all right, not to just make it seem like he coming up with something new. They kind of did, but I like how he's.
I hope he kind of does some of the. I would love just a show that goes from live. Give me 2 episodes of live action, sprinkle in animated episode. I like shit like that. Me personally.
Yeah, because
if you're gonna use the actors, give me different dynamics of the show. Give me an animated episode 2 and 3, 4, make it live action. The mid-season finale, make that animated. Like. I'm fine with it. I
like the whole animated movie part. So that I'm just like, yes, keep the same feel every time. Like some of these voice actors trying to mimic a person that's live on screen and you going to go voice them over as an animation, that's a lot of work. Yeah. When you can just literally get the same person.
Yeah. I like it, man. We gonna see though. I mean, it's DC. James has a plan. He has a plan. So
a lot of people had a plan.
We owe it to him.
Hell, Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson had a plan.
He did. That is true. But it's James Gunn, man. He
he's just
look what he did with the characters from from that he look what he did with the characters from Guardians. So
this is true.
These are the biggest superheroes in the world. The biggest. When I say the biggest, the most known superheroes in the world.
Yeah. So know their backstory more than you knew.
The material that he has to work with DC, I expect
is laid.
He can. It's all he has to do is just put his James Gunn sauce on it, and do
Superman and Batman. Who will that be?
I don't know.
I'm interested.
So what happens to Matt? I mean, he did say Matt Reeves is Batman and Todd Phillips' Joker is going to be outside. So I'm guessing.
So they still exist.
Okay.
They still exist. It's just basically putting it out there. Don't tie it in with what I'm doing. Though.
I like that. I like that Matt Reeves doesn't have to. He can make his movies how he wanted. Him and what's the guy name? Twilight.
Robert Pattinson.
Right. Him and Todd Reeves.
Y'all, I'm doing good.
Robert
I know
Pattinson.
Names.
They can do their own thing. Yeah. They can keep that amazing franchise separate.
Yeah,
no pressure to include this from this. They
to be biased, when you do it right. I mean, who gonna tell you no?
Yeah, so
no disrespect.
Todd Phillips get to do
no
his
disrespect
thing.
to Zack Snyder. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but I kind of think Snyder had his run though. Like, as long as we got the Snyderverse, I mean, we didn't get the Snyderverse, but we got the Snyder cut.
Well, I'm saying that in because of what I just said, when you do it right, I didn't want to shade Zack Snyder because he did do it right.
Yeah, he did.
It's just
But yeah, man.
Apples.
We'll
see,
man.
And oranges.
Yeah, we'll see.
All right, you guys. Longest video we've had on YouTube. All right. So, let us know in the comments. Did James Gunn get you right here?
Which show or movie from that list that he talked about? Which one are you guys most excited about? Let us know in the comments. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, hit the post bell for notifications for when we do upload videos, man. And until next time, we'll see y'all later, man.